Here are a couple of things to check when you're setting up your Bernina Q24 with the QBOT V3. What I do is, if I use BSR1, I have my stitches per inch around 10, and I have my idle speed at 150. That's a pretty good operation for me. My personal settings is that number 1 button I have needle up and down, and number 2 button I have the presser foot up and down, and that's for the left handle. And for the right handle, I have my number 1 button to be to turn the machine on and off, and that, see, I just turned it on and it's in regulated mode. And if you don't have any thread, you'll get this error, which is fine. And then number 2 button I have as my tie-off stitch, and that's the way I have mine set up. Now there's one other critical setting that you should know about, and that is under settings and indicators, is if I run out of top thread, I have the machine stop. That's what this means, that it's actually looking at that top thread, and I would get that indication that I just got, that it's run out of thread, and it will stop. Let me turn it off and I'll just show you the difference here. If I turn the machine on, and you can see I'm in BSR mode, and I run my finger over the sensor, you can see it's not stopping at all. So if I ran out of thread when I was quilting, it would just keep on going. Now, now the same thing holds true if it runs. Now I'm going to turn that back on, because if I run out of top thread, I do want it to stop. However, I find with the bobbin function, I turn this off. And the reason I turn this off is that a lot of times it really doesn't run out of bobbin, but the indicator shows that it has run out of bobbin, and it's a bit frustrating. So let me go back here. So right here you have this indication. You click the bobbin button and it tells you how many yards are on the bobbin. And if, depending on how you load it, you may have a very fine bobbin, or you may forget to reset this when you load the bobbin. When it gets down to here and you get the indicator, that flashing indicator, the machine stops, yet it continues to move with QBOT, even though everything is working just fine. So I just turn off that indicator under my settings. So I go back, I'll do it one more time. I go under the home button, then settings, then indicators. I leave the upper thread turned on, and because I want to stop it if there's a problem there. And the Bernina is very good at detecting those problems. And I turn it off for the bobbin. That way I don't get a lot of false readings when I'm quilting.